Good morning. It's January 16th, 2018. Today we've got a new moon, and it's also a one day when we do the numerology. New beginnings with a new moon, new beginnings as a day. And how can we use the energy of this day to help us go forward, to realize our dreams, to start new adventures, to achieve some of the goals that we'd really like to achieve? And please never give up. If your heart sings to do something, never give up. There's a reason. Yeah, follow your heart always. So today we're going to get back to the essentials for natural healing. This book was in progress for several years. And the last 2 years, right after I got my first one published, I started into this one knowing it was time to put this one together. So over the years, due to my own health and well-being, I got interested in the vitamins, the minerals, learned how it helped my body out. Quick example, traveling. When you're traveling, your stomach gets sometimes upset because you're in different situations. Your tummy gets backed up. It happens. And I found the magic of using magnesium. Magnesium helps our muscles to relax, and it also helped my stomach so that my trip was a lot more pleasurable, and I didn't have to worry about it. And that was in the last chapter, chapter 4. So today we're going to go into chapter 5 and 6. Chapter 5 is about 3 pages long, and it's about Mother Earth's medicines. When this planet was created, I believe that it was created to provide all the medicines that we needed to maintain the human body and all the animals that live here too. And with this, our medicine is in the food that we eat, and whether it's plant-based and or animal-based, and those medicines help our bodies in so many different ways. Now, a lot of people are concerned because of the way the food is processed. Yes, are processed and how it's cooked and how the chemicals are being applied to it. And yes, I am very concerned too. So I do the best I can. I cannot afford to buy organic all the time. So what I do is I'll do a little bit of energy work with my food. It's amazing how much when you put love into your food, it can help transmute the state of it and bring it to a higher vibration. There's been a few times where people have explained to me, wow, this tastes really good. I have no idea why. Well, it was a piece of celery. But when I cut up that celery, I always do energy work with my food, just knowing that I want healthy food in my body. Anyways, it was a funny little story in an instance at that time. So chapter 5 goes over our foods. If it's, if you can't afford to buy organic, that's okay. Don't worry, because you can cause more stress to your body about worrying too much. I try to buy stuff that's not packaged. I try to buy foods that's fresh. I try to buy foods that are um, grown in Canada. And if not, sometimes that food might be grown in the States. If the food is imported from other countries, I'm very leery. So I try to get something that's local. Chapter 6 goes into dairies. Um, the dairy products that we consume, like milk and cheese and eggs, and I believe even whey's in there, and explains in the book, in the chapter, the different vitamins and minerals in all the food groups. So the main nutrients of the dairies was the vitamin A. Example, vitamin A is good for your adrenal glands, anemia, infections, bone growth, eyesight, vision, and eyes, the night vision, and then our teeth growth. It's got vitamin B2, B5, B12, choline, vitamin D. Choline's in here twice. I guess we got a correction. Folate, calcium, chromium, phosphorus. So L-lysine, L-tyrene. So when I went through all the products, all the different products, I did research to find out, and this was over various websites and books. I found yeah, over the books, trying to put together a pattern and to find out what is in our foods that we're eating. And I did not really find one book out there. Maybe there was one, but not to the extent that I really wanted to be able to see as a person when I'm reading my food. I couldn't find a book that had all the vitamin and minerals of the different food groups because for say if you're depressed, where are you going to be able to find supplements for that B vitamin that you need in your body? And that's why I was interested in vitamins and minerals, and I was also interested in how can I maintain that level of the B vitamins, so that my body doesn't get depressed and feel down. So, example in chapter 5 here, a lot of us a lot of us can't eat dairy. Lactose intolerant, it bothers our body. There are some alternatives. Some people can't eat cow's milk, but drink cow's milk, but they can drink goat milk. So example for goat milk, it's easier to digest. The benefits of drinking goat milk, it's an antidepressant, antioxidant, and it can also be a relaxant. The other benefits of the goat milk helps adrenal glands, anemia, blood support, bone growth, works with our DNA, our eyesight, hair, infections, bacterial infections, helps to ward them off, our mental well-being, metabolism, teeth growth, and thyroid. So it was really interesting. And I also have in the book the vitamins and the minerals of each food that's listed in here. So in the food group, I covered butter, buttermilk, uh, goat cheese, cheese, cow milk, goat milk, whey, yogurt, and explains how the whey was processed a little bit. The whey is a valuable protein, so it's a protein that's being in health products and a certain product of the milk at the when they're processing it. So it was quite interesting learning a little bit about that. So when we think about our bodies, and I looked into the dairy and I go, well, say if I can't eat dairy, these are the vitamins and the minerals that the dairy groups carry. What can I find it in my other products, in the other products, and in the other foods? So for myself, I can get away with eating cheese. I have a hard time with milk. When I get into the milk, my sinuses get thick. I snore a lot. I found since I backed off on the milk, again, I'm not waking up snoring at night. So it was quite interesting to see that correlation there. Years ago, I quit drinking milk because it's part of the headaches that I was getting. So I took the milk right out of my coffee. I do still drink coffee, but I don't have the milk in it. And if I do have a cappuccino, I notice it right away. My belly will bloat a bit and hurt for a little while, and then it'll settle down. So it's really not worth having that cappuccino a lot of the times. So when we're thinking about our body, we're thinking of looking after ourselves. We also need to think about what we are putting into it. And it was really interesting being at Chapters doing a book signing. They had a section in there and a big, huge poster that said real food. And I loved all the books that were around that, explaining the real food is our fruits, our vegetables, our herbs, our oils, our grains, the beans that we eat, and the meats. Some people eat meat, some people don't. But if we can't get our B vitamins from our dairy group or meats, then we need to find it into another food group. Again, thank you for joining me. Um, I enjoyed this journey of finding out what's good for my body, what I'm putting into it. My health is really good. Um, if there is something wrong, then I will go see a doctor. I will see a doctor. I will find out what's going on with it. Yeah, if it needs medical attention, I will seek it. But if there is a way that I can find, if I can find an alternative way to look after my body, I will do that. Example, instead of taking an antidepressant, I took got into using the B50s, the vitamin Bs with 50 milligrams of all the Bs, and that made a huge difference. To this day, I still use it here and there when I go through times where there's a lot of stress going on and I'm worried and I've got things going and my body seems to be dragging a bit. So you take good care of you. Your body is your temple. And please remember, you are a beautiful soul. And have a good day and happy new moon.